So, just looking at the table for this weekend, Blues and Twos have dominated. They've come first in every heat so far, 3 heats, maximum points, 10 points, plus a bonus point, which means they won it on the first race. But we're going to welcome into the teams now. In the grey and pink there, it is the team of Just Wing It. Annette Rush on the horse. The horse is Skimatara, an ex-racehorse. Next, followed by there is the team of Just Drag. Just Drag are an advanced team with the horse Rollo, and is Emily on the on the horse. And then we have Ascendant Siblings in the red with the. Go help me out here, guys. Help me out. It's the third day.
Twiggy, I believe, and Frenella on the horse there. So they're a new team, and Charlie Buss. And Chill Winston with a new horse, Dan Orangi Boom.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you have a long, noisy show ahead of you, so you may as well start as you mean to go on with a big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK. So we're going to take these teams around, and the important thing that we need to talk about here is Blues and Twos, who have been winning this weekend. They've got 31 points out of a maximum of 33 they could have got if they got the bonus point. However, you see the grey in the pits there without the saddle on. That is the horse from Blues and Twos. Unfortunately, she threw a shoe in the last heat. She has come up short.
Wait. You just sent the...
She has come up short and has been deemed not allowed to race this afternoon. So they are making I believe the rumours around camp were that they were going to make a emergency substitution with another team, which they can do one every event. They're going to bring another horse in. And what that means is if they just go to the start line, they will end up in 4th, but there'll be enough points for them to win the weekend anyway, due to how well they've done so far.
Yes, Daniel, I've heard that is the case. They'll just bring one in, probably just do a lap, so they are sort of officially in with the points, and we'll see that later on. And at the moment, we're waiting for Chill Winston. It's the first team to come out today.
Ready to go.
And I believe we've got the ready to go sign, and Aidan Beamish on the board there in the pits waiting.
So Chill Winston currently leading the championship, 102 points so far they've earned this year, but they have had to swap their horse as they've gone into this round. The closest team behind them is Blues and Twos, 97 points. They started this weekend 12 points behind Chill Winston. They brought it down to 5, but unfortunately now they're probably going to have to take a bit of a loss and lose some of those points back, because if they're having to bring in this emergency substitution horse who basically is just going to get them over the start line. Now, so we're looking at the team of Chill Winston, Charlie Buss on the horse. The contraption on her head is a 360 camera, so we've got some great footage from this as we go 24 miles an hour, accelerating into turn 1 in front of the Yorkshire. Teabags there and making their way around the long side of the arena towards Redback Boots and looking for the centre line.
Yeah, and this is a tight turn here, often into the weave. Oof. And obviously they've got to be horse one side, border the other. And that's clean. That's a lovely weave. Not super fast, but at this point they just want to get clean. Yeah. They want to do a steady run first of all and build up these races.
Yeah, now quartering the arena, looking back towards the 90 degree, the little check there into the bridle, but going into the split time at 40 seconds. See the horse running through into the chicane now and looking for a great bit of work and coming to the Redback Boots, going across the diagonal and up for the Horseboarding UK flags. Horse that looked like just tired just a moment there. Now into the speed trap again, Brooko corner, 15 miles an hour is the final turn, ladies and gentlemen. They've sensed the weakness that's going on with the other teams. They want to lay down a fast time and get to the front. It is a time of 70.67 seconds. A round of applause for Chill Winston there. That's a good opening gambit.
A really good steady first run there. Steady fast, I would say, Dan. I mean, they can do a lot faster than that, but these teams need to build it up and lay down a marker. They want to get down a time first, and you'll see some of these teams gradually speed up. But some of them do go fast straight away, but it depends how you want to tactically go for it.
Yeah, so now we're into the advanced class. This is the team of All the Gear, No Idea. Currently in third place this weekend, as I am looking at it. But they've been doing so well. They were in the joint lead, but I'm just saying the National Championship points. Actually, I can't see those either. So 14 miles an hour as they go into that top end. And this team does a shorter course, which is for the shorter runnings.
Yeah, the advanced courses are slightly shorter, and Nick on the board has still been working all weekend, and I know he's been aching a bit as the days die, but he's doing pretty well this weekend. I think Lee on the horse as well has really pushed the cob on, and they started this one's quite steady, but they generally do that, and they've started to look a little bit more progressive in the second one before they run a bit out of steam, I find.
Yeah, I think this is a big course for them. This is one of the biggest courses I think I've seen them on, because they didn't run at Sandringham last year, and this is an interesting comparison to Sandringham. No speed trap didn't go off there, so this final lap around the top end of the arena, ladies and gentlemen. And if you are, let's give them a round of applause as they make their way to the finish line with a time of 71.86. So that puts them for now into first place. And that sets up the set for them. So let's see now what's going to happen. We've got Just Drag entering the arena. Now Just Drag and Send It siblings have been, All the Gear and No Idea have been in the fight, but it seems to be boiling down to Just Drag and Send It siblings who are really in the fight. They're coming out very calm, which is what we like to see. This pony, as we said before, this team is from the Just Wing It camp, if you like, and they are a development team. They're a team for developing this horse up to being an elite horse. So their first priority is, of course, getting the horse happy and having experience before they go up to the fast racing, which we see in the elite, but also maybe trying to get a decent time down. And you can see that was a very calm and collected start.
Yeah, and that's what they've obviously been working on. They had a few issues at the beginning of the weekend, but they put those to rest, and they managed to calm the pony down and make sure that it's all enjoyable and everything feels right at the beginning of the course before they start off. And they've been building up their speeds gradually, haven't they, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the anticipation of the horse. When these horses learn that they want to run really fast, and they're allowed to run really fast, 27 seconds on the split. When they're allowed to run really fast, they anticipate it, they get excited. So working, when you're developing a horse up to the elite, working that horse in a way of separating when you actually hook the board rider on and the start of the race. By doing that separation, you reduce the anxiety.
It's playing out of the arena.
Making it to the 11 miles an hour for Bruco Corner now, but the horse looking like it's moving on. This is an ex-race horse. It's capable of really breaking some ground. But you can see the stride just stretching just a little bit there. These guys doing a great job, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause for Just Drag there. Nothing too crazy as yet. Everybody seems rather conservative out there at the moment.
Yeah, they're taking their time sort of to build up, but I guess just maybe feeling out what everybody else is doing that they're racing against, and that's not the worst thing to do. That's fairly clever. You don't want to, obviously, with some of these new horses, blow their brains as well, get them too excited. So let's sort of keep it calm, but some of the teams that won't be calm will be the elites teams, and this is one that's come in here, TNT down.
Yeah, Top and Tails, they raced the first heat extremely well, but they did throw a shoe. They have then gone on to put down one run in every heat to save the pony. That's a nicer start from the horse. We haven't seen her being that calm for a little while, which is always nice to see her being calm. So they are without a shoe, which does make a difference. The throttle's opening up though, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to take this one opportunity to try and stamp down and get a bonus point. 27 miles an hour from the 14-2 Showing pony, who is now tearing this arena apart as they make the full lap of the arena and into the red back boots Looking now, this horse is going to make a right-hand sharp turn up the centre line. Board rider working hard. Horse one side, a little bit of a slip there from the board rider. Oh, a little bit ducking and diving. Oh, it's a 2 second, 1 second penalty to add. It came off the horse rider, but the throttle's still opening up. Call her on, ladies and gentlemen. She's going for the bonus point to try and take those points away from the team of Chill Winston. Going into the split time at, I didn't see it, 38 seconds, I believe. I think the fastest split. Oh, bit of work there from the horse rider, having to avoid the pole with the shoulder. The throttle's opening up again. I can't imagine they're going to be doing any more runs, ladies and gentlemen. So let's hear it for this little pony, taking on the ex-race horses and sticking it to them. Here we go in Bruco Corner, 17 miles an hour. It's time to call them home, ladies and gentlemen. Cheer this team on. All the way round, one more turn to go. The throttle fully open, and for the finish with a time of 67.60, puts them into first place. There's a 1 second penalty, makes it 68.60. They do hold the bonus point now. So Chill Winston had it. Now Top and Tails own it. Now you can only hold the bonus point. We'll talk about that in the next bit, because now we have Send It siblings coming out, and they are currently this weekend. According to my results, they are we need to know what this first race is. They need a 68.07 to beat Just Drag. That's the time that they are looking to beat, and the team that they have been getting in this head-to-head with.
Yeah, and this is a new team, and they've been looking really, really good. Their first one is quite unbelievable, really, how steady and controlled they've looked. And you can already see that now. Josh on the board has been learning to use the rope to keep the slack in, which is very important around these corners, so you don't get pulled out in a pendulum effect. But they're basically just learning down how to sort of do it, and they look so good already.
Yeah, I think that was a really interesting line coming out of Quarterflex, going over towards the split time. It was 26 seconds on the split.
He went inside, didn't he, down that line?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Now going over towards the red back boots and looking for the diagonal, heading over towards the horseboarding UK flags. Horse rider checking back on her brother to make sure he's still there. Now making the way into the Bruco, 12 miles an hour. Interesting line, he dug in, he got on the inside, he's made a call, the throttle's opened up, ladies and gentlemen. They want to take first place away from a team of Just Drag, who we haven't seen open the pony yet. A great run from the team,
lovely,
very smooth, nice release, and a time of 63.23 puts Send It siblings into first place. So a great run for them and a round of applause, and that means that they also currently hold the bonus point.
I mean, they look like they've been training a lot down, don't they? They look like they've sort of got it together already, and they know the horse, they know each other. The communication's there, and they've obviously been working hard on that.
What did we mean by that? The border rolling into the pits. Just rolling
You can
into the
run off
offshot.
to shoot off, you can't run it, yeah.
Don't worry, answer the question.
So, yes, currently they have 39 points, Just Drag have 36 points, and All the Gear No Idea have 33 points. Unfortunately, I can't see the championship score, but here goes Just Wing It. Okay, so we swap back to the other table. Oh, you got it, thanks. So Just Wing It have a 68.6 to beat if they want to take away the bonus point from Top and Tails. And it looks like they're going for it, ladies and gentlemen. You can never tell how many races are going to be run. 26, 27, and still accelerating. This is where you see the full speed of the horse now as it comes out of that turn. Full stretch. Now they've got to get on the brakes though. Pull that throttle back in. Put those brakes, put down the anchors, because now you're going to make that sharp turn.
They've gone very wide, Dan. Sandy's going to have to choose. He chose late. There's a touch on the horse. That's 1 penalty, 1 second penalty
to be added, now quartering the arena, and you can see this horse really pushing on. It's a 68 they're trying to beat, 68.6, looking for the split time at 36 seconds on the split. The board rider, look at that turn, look at that work, amazing bit of work. Now changing edges, now he's down on his fingers again, looking for grip, using his fingers for grip. Now going all the way across the diagonal into the Horseboarding UK, looking for the speed trap. Interesting line, he's going to get left behind. There's another touch as they keep going, but they stayed with him. Okay, now ladies and gentlemen, all the way for the finish line, it's Skimatara and Just Wing It through the finish line with a time of 66. It was,
Manual time.
but we need a manual time.
On.
Okay then.
2 touches.
So there's,
No, roger that.
so what was it was 65-22, is that correct?
65-22.
With 2 touches makes it 67-22.
Could you just go through the finish gate? Just hold the race for a second.
Hold the race is a second. We've got a. We need to check the finish gate. Okay, so I'll explain what happened. 2 touches added to Just Wing It. They managed to take first place even with the 2 touches. 67-22.
Okay,
And top and tails 68.6. So 1.38 seconds in front, which means they hold the bonus point now. Blues and Twos coming out. They've made an emergency substitution to this other horse, which they're allowed to do. And all they need to do to win this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly that. They've passed the start line. They've earned enough points. Now nobody can beat them. They've scored so many points in the first 3 heats that they've already won the weekend. And they're going to have to bow out because, as we say, the pony threw a shoe and now came up short. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. They have won. It's Blues and Twos have won here in Yorkshire. Congratulations to them. But that doesn't mean the fight is over. They may have won first place here this weekend. They may have the biggest portion of the prize fund. But the championship is still open. So the other teams can try now and steal some points back off Blues and Twos and fight out for the points that so Blues and Twos with that have retired, I'm being told. They've done what they needed to do. The reason that rule's acceptable is because you have to start the finish line. You have to cross the finish line to start the race. As soon as you've done that, the points are added. So here we go. This is Chill Winston, currently sitting in 3rd place, 2.07 seconds behind 2nd place. They need a sub 68.6 if they want to take a point away from top and tails. Now, they are currently leading the championship with 110 points, 26 miles an hour, and accelerating. Board rider having to work quite hard. They are in 1st place. 9 points behind them now is top and tails, or tell a lie. 6 points behind them is Blues and Twos. So, if Chill Winston can build up the table by a couple of places, they're going to stamp. Oh, Messi.
That's a fast lead, very fast lead. Charlie Glass doing some amazing riding there with a rounding boom. Absolutely flung her at the first cone and whipped her around. Quite amazing that Aiden took it so well as well.
I've got to say, that is not how you do the weave, but somehow they did it. So 38 seconds on the split. Board rider working very hard. And you can see now, as they work away through the arena, they managed to get that clean. It's amazing they managed to get that clean. They got it completely wrong, but they did it. Now making their way towards the speed track once again. 55 seconds on the clock. 20 miles an hour into that turn, but 1 second to add. Currently 61. Looking for a sub 66 or 67 for the finish line with a time of 68.34 seconds. A round of applause for Chill Winston as they go into 2nd place.
1 touch.
Oh, sorry. They don't go into 2nd place. They stay in 3rd place by only 0.74 of a second. 0.74 of a second.
That touch was massive, Dan. That penalty was massive, and you can see how that makes such a difference. Those
But if they hadn't got the touch, they'd have been in 2nd place by 0.26 of a second.
Oh, ridiculous.
That's some fast math. Which is rare for me. So I'm seeing that Top and Tails have also retired as we come to these closing phases of this weekend's competition, ladies and gentlemen. Teams are taking what they've got, really. So here we go. It's the team of All the Gear, No Idea. They're not ready to give up. And release.
Release.
Okay then, so...
Yellow card, late release.
Okay then, so the board rider fell off there. Looked like 17 miles an hour. I don't know if he's done that speed very often.
I think there was a bit of a speed wobble, was there? I'm not sure. It kind of took the handle out of his hand. It was a little bit difficult to see from this angle, but in the sky. But no, I mean it's a bit unlucky. I think he wasn't quite ready for that extra pull.
Pony coming back quite perky.
He was ready to go.
Yeah. Pony's like, oh, is that what we're doing? Just running up to the top and back again. I quite enjoyed that. Board rider taking the choice to make a long walk home.
The walk of shame.
The long walk back from the far end of the arena. So now we have the team of Just Drag. Now, so this horse has been swapped. Was the emergency substitute for the other team that was out there. Blues and Twos. So they are currently in second place, 4.84 seconds behind Send It Siblings. They have been in a bit of a head-to-head with Send It Siblings so far this weekend, but I think even if they beat Send It Siblings in this heat, I don't think they're going to be able to get enough points to take first place away from Send It Siblings at this point. But I mean, we will check these. 16 miles an hour, so you can see a little gradual increase of pace. Now, you've got to hope that when Amy Richards took that pony around, she didn't make that horse think about racing.
I hope she didn't whisper in his ear about how good going fast is, because they don't want to be doing that just quite yet. But so far, they're looking really steady and controlled.
25 seconds on the split. Basically, what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, with the ponies is they want them to horseboard to a level where they're no longer asking to go fast. Once they've got them to that point where they don't expect to go fast, that's when you start teaching them how to go fast. And that way you've always got you can always bring the horse back to you, and you get a more consistent control and controlled speed. As they go into the speed trap at 13 miles an hour, 53 seconds, it's 63 they're trying to beat. And it feels going to be close. Oh, I don't think they're going to quite manage it for the finish line at 64.66. Means that they stay in second place, but they are very close now. 1.3 seconds on that, I would guess, but the computer is going to work it out for me. 1.43 seconds difference between first and second place. 1.43 seconds.
Okay. We need to discuss that after, I think.
There's some radio chatter going on in the I can hear, but I can't really. A discussion must be had about something that's happened. That's all I know.
Yeah, well,
that's some in-depth commentary right there.
Something happened.
Something somewhere is happening. Okay, here we go. It is the team of Send It Siblings. They are now only have a lead of 1.43 seconds. And they are looking now to make a defensive run. They want to extend that lead, make it harder for Just Drag so that they can't overtake them. That is the goal of this run, depending on how well this horse rider looks after this board rider. Making their way, gradual increase, 17 miles an hour. And you can see this horse rider working, changing the gait of the pony, letting the pony out just a little bit and bringing that pony back, depending on what the board rider is calling for. She takes an interesting line there, and I don't think she's doing that incorrectly. I think she's doing that really well. Onto the split time at 24 seconds, just 24 seconds, into the chicane. Board rider still not quite worked out how deep to turn on his toe side. He keeps overturning just a little bit, which is okay at this speed. He can be forgiven, although that time now he's a little bit late. But as the speed builds up, it becomes less so. Now going into this split speed trap at 12 miles an hour. So a little bit behind. We're at a time of 53 seconds, about the same. So this is where they need to build up the pace if they're going to go for it. Depends on what the board rider calls for the finish line at a time of 61.64. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. They extended their lead. It's exactly what they wanted to do, from 63.23 to 61.64, which now means Just Drag are once again 3.02 seconds in the rear. So, that's a bigger hill for Just Drag to climb.
That is quite a lot of time. Even though it's a big course, that's part of the problem really. They're going to struggle to get that time back, but they can give it a go. But it's always very difficult on these courses because the very small ones, the times are very close, aren't they, Dan? But with these big ones, with some of the bigger horses, they can.
Well, Send It Siblings very much reacting to the pressure and working well to the pressure. They've had, they've been.
They've lapped it up.
They've just gone, okay, we can carry on, and we've not seen them in their full stride by any means. But now we go, it's Just Wing It. Just Wing It currently leading with 11 points. They have the bonus point, so they don't want to they can't beat their own time. If they do, they're going to take the bonus point away from them. So going for the opening lap, it looks like they're away and they are withdrawing.
Wow, they're even putting on a little speed performance there at the beginning, aren't they, Dan? Like they're going to go fast, but then they don't.
Yeah, it's a tactical manoeuvre again. So we've seen it a lot this weekend. You don't normally see it quite so much.
No, they love using this tactic.
Yeah. So what they've done there, ladies and gentlemen, is they've retired from their race. They're giving, well, they would give everybody else a chance to beat them, except Top and Tails have retired, Blues and Twos have retired. There's only Chill Winston that they need to worry about. Chill Winston are currently 2.12 seconds behind Just Wing It. If Chill Winston can take that first place away from Just Wing It, then they will lose that bonus point, which is what they're going to try and do now. But if they can't, Just Wing It walk away with that bonus point. But if they do, they of course will get a chance to retaliate.
Yeah, I think they've made a good decision there, to be honest, because they had the bonus points and Jill Winston has been sort of struggling to keep up with them, to be honest. But we'll see, having them have a go now as they go straight out, and that's a big pull for Aiden to take, but he takes it in his core and straight round. That's 23 miles per hour around the Bruco Bend. That's pretty steady, Dan.
Well, I think they were going faster than that. They were way off the speed trap, if I'm honest. I think they went for a wide line. They're thinking about speed of the course rather than the speed trap. Looking for the centre line. Big work there from the board rider. Smooth. Oh, messy. Nah, it's a misgate. There's a 4-second penalty to add. And it was just too fast for the horse.
Yeah, Charlie again sort of went in straight
and retiring.
Didn't quite work for her, unfortunately, but
yeah, they went too fast. The horse couldn't duck back in time. You've got the stride was maybe too long. The horse, it went wrong. So it's 4 seconds to add, which means that is that their final run?
Yeah.
So no more to be said.
No,
Just Wing It have won this heat. So although Blues and Twos have won the weekend, they've won 3 heats. Just Wing It seem to have won this heat, given the retirements.
Yeah.
Nice to see that all the gear, no idea, are still out there. Currently 7.2 seconds behind Just Drag, who are 3 seconds behind Send It Siblings. 10.22 seconds behind Send It Siblings at the moment. And we see this Gypsy Cob, 16 miles an hour, and pushing this pony on. We're going to have to... making their way across now towards the 90-degree split time.
Oh, Nick looks like he's struggling a little bit, holding on with 2 hands onto the string. his Elvis hand flying out a little bit, but they're taking off the speed now. He has to watch the slack on his rope. You want to try and keep that in on those corners where you catch up to the horse, but he's got away with that one, and he's looking good now. Smooth, getting down into the diagonal, and at the moment I think the pony's probably running about gas a bit, but maybe Nick is too. But they're looking good, and they've had a great weekend.
Yeah, I would say you can't underestimate, even though you've been pulled steady on this pony has a lot of torque. There's a lot of power that comes down the handle. It wears you out. So, ladies and gentlemen, they've had a great weekend. Let's have a round of applause for the team of All the Gear, No Idea, with a time of 66.52. That's the fastest time they've done, and they improved their time by quite a way, by nearly 5 seconds. And they are now only, as they finish this rotation and finish this heat, they're in 3rd place, but only 4.88 seconds behind first and 1.86 seconds behind 2nd place. How many more runs are there?
We've got 3 more runs.
So we have 3 more races to go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the penultimate race for the advanced class. Just Drag. Have they got it in the tank? They are currently in 2nd place, so they can win this heat. I don't think they can win the weekend. They are in 2nd place by 3.02 seconds. Now, of course, their first priority is making sure that horse is ready, training that horse, not winning races. However, everybody here is a racer, and everybody here is competitive, so chances are they might try and do both.
Yeah, I think they probably will, but we'll have to wait and see. They're sort of looking fairly steady. It's Just Drag, Sean on the board here, and Emily on the horse, and the horse is Rolo, I believe. And this is the horse, as Dan was saying, that's
moving on.
Basically, it was moved on, but
yeah, it is moving on now. There's a lot more fluidity in that stride than what we've seen previously. So it looks like They're gradually putting the pressure on, trying to challenge the Send It siblings. Of course, it's 24 miles an hour. Send It siblings, if they get knocked into second place, will have one more opportunity to take first place away from Just Drag. So Just Drag, this is their final chance in this afternoon heat and this weekend to get up into first place. 3.02 seconds what they need, 44.5 on the time so far. 61.64 is the time to beat. They're doing well. They're 10 seconds away. 53, 54, one more corner to go. Is the ball going to make it? No, he's down. He's in the fence. Release.
Oh, what a time to fall short.
And the time was 58.78, but it doesn't count, and it does mean they get a yellow card. Because the board riders are not allowed to touch
kick a man when he's down, Dan.
He looks like he's alright. Such a shame. He just missed the gate. What a gate to miss. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the board rider was not attached to the handle at the point that he crossed, or he didn't even cross the finish line. The race was not finished, so no time is recorded. But it would have been enough to put them into first place.
Oh, that'll make it even harder for him to take down.
Send It siblings are coming out now, ladies and gentlemen. They have won the heat. They have won the weekend here in the Yorkshire Game and Country Fair with 39 points to Just Drag's 36. This is a victory lap. This is an opportunity to do a bit of training. This is an opportunity just to get a bit more experience, which this team, as well as they're doing, they need that experience.
Yeah, any time on the board and as a team racing in this environment, there's so much going on. It's all great work for them. They can just build up their pace as they've gone along through the weekend, as you can see. And they're starting to look really pacey and proper competitive, even at a sort of a decent level. So I can't believe that they've just come here this weekend and are now boarding like this, Dan.
And looking at it, I mean, it might well be the split time is 24 seconds. That's very close to what Just Drag just did. This might be a case of not Just Drag, you can beat our time, but so can we. We can beat our time as well. And we're going to try. And without putting the board rider down, but that's so far so good. A lot of control there from the horse rider. Half checking the pony just to keep the tension in the line. A lot of communication going on there. 45 seconds. They're looking to beat their own time. 61.34, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the last team that tried to beat this time didn't finish the race, but it looks like these guys are doing okay. Gentle throttling up for the finish line with a time of 60.07. They beat their own time. What a team. Oh my goodness, we're going to enjoy these guys an awful lot. They've improved every time they've raced, and they've won the advanced class here this weekend. A great bit of work for them. And I believe
They're going for the speed trap.
we have one more run to go. It is Just Wing It. Just Wing It have won. So this is a victory lap, but I've just been told that they are going to use this opportunity not to try and get a faster time, because they don't need it. They're going to try and hit this speed trap as fast as they can, basically. Now, they can use all the arena if they choose to. It doesn't look like I would have gone further down the field myself and come back around.
Yeah, totally.
But it is a run for the speed trap. I think they think it's on 33 miles an hour is the ultimate speed. I don't know if we're going to get near that today, into 26 miles an hour. Okay then, so that line, bigger work from there. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. They have won this weekend. Jettisoning the board rider there, and so we'll go through the results from the advanced class. We have All the Gear, No Idea in third. In second place it is Just Drag, and in first place it is Send It siblings on their first weekend.
Oh, great work from all the teams, but especially from Send It siblings. They must be so happy with what they've done, and it really showed sort of what you could do just coming into the sport.
Yeah, having a great time there. And Blues and Twos came fourth in this heat, followed by Chill Winston, Top and Tails, and Just Wing It in first for this heat. In course of the weekend, the eventual winners were Blues and Twos with 38 points. Just Wing It were in second place with 37 points. Chill Winston are in third with 32 points, and Top and Tails 31 points. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being a great audience here in Yorkshire. For one last time, let's have a big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK.